When you live in an apartment building, the most important thing to remember is that you have neighbors above you, beside you, below you. People whose schedules may be very different from yours, whose likes and dislikes are not the same as yours. The very best way for a group of different people to live together is respectfully and quietly. No loud voices or music, especially at night. Parties are usually not a good idea in an apartment building. The walls are just too thin. Children, especially young children, are naturally louder than adults, and most people understand that. But living respectfully means that your children shouldn't use the hallways you share with your neighbors as playgrounds. Living respectfully also means following the rules in your building. These rules include no pets, no painting or wallpapering in your apartment, and no smoking in any public spaces inside the building. For more information about the rules where you live, talk to your caretaker. Your mailbox will be on the main floor inside the front door. You'll get your key when you sign your lease. Your caretaker can't open your mailbox. Only you and the mail person have keys. If you're like most people, a lot of your mail will be junk items. Flyers and advertisements you'll throw away as soon as you see them. Oh, that's fine, but don't just drop things like these on the floor. Be a good neighbor and put them in the garbage bin. Every building has a room where you can wash and dry your clothes. It's called a laundry, and you share it with all the other people who live in your building. Check with your caretaker about when the laundry in your building is open and how much it costs to use the machines. Although some laundry rooms are open around the clock, a good neighbor tries not to do laundry after 10 p.m. You pay for each load you put into the washer or dryer with your smart card. Your card can be charged at the Winnipeg Housing Rehabilitation Corporation or at various sites around the city. To wash your laundry, pour laundry detergent into the machine and then put in your laundry. Close the door, use your smart card to pay, and then turn on the machine. Don't overfill the washer or the dryer. Fewer loads may seem cheaper, but overloaded machines can shut down in mid-cycle, which means you'll have to pay again to finish your laundry. To dry your laundry, make sure the lint trap is clean. Put your wet items into the dryer, then close the door, use your smart card to pay, and turn on the dryer. The default time is 40 minutes. You don't have to stay in the laundry room the whole time, but if you do leave, don't stay away too long. There are other people waiting to use the machines, and being prompt reduces the chances of losing your possessions. Try to avoid touching other people's washing, but if you have to, just set it on the folding table. When your drying is finished, remove your laundry and be sure to clean the lint trap so the dryer is ready for the next person. Everyone has a responsibility for keeping the building safe. Even as simple a thing as blocking the door open for a few moments could put you and your neighbors at risk. This means that if a friend comes to visit you, you'll have to go to the front door to let them in, at least until you have your phone connected. Then you'll be able to open the front door from inside your apartment. Just remember that you're accountable for anyone you let into the building. So if someone you don't know asks you to let them in, be polite, but tell them no. Every tenant over the age of 12 is issued an electronic key that unlocks the outside door. This key is called a fob. You'll need your fob because, in most of our buildings, the outside door is on a timer and is automatically locked overnight. Now, for security, you're not allowed to give your fob to anyone else. If you lose your fob, a new one will cost you $20. Whenever you go out, even if it's just for a few minutes, make sure your door closes firmly behind you and is locked. In fact, it's best to keep your door locked all the time, even when you're home. If you hear a knock, use the peephole to see who it is before you unlock the door. And don't worry, the peephole is a one-way lens. No one can use it to look in. If there's a fire in your apartment that you can't put out, leave right away and call 911. Close your door but don't lock it. And pull the fire alarm on your way out so that your neighbors will know there's a fire. If you hear the fire alarm, you must leave the building at once using the stairs. Never take the elevator when the fire alarm is ringing. You'll find a map in the hallway that shows you where the exits are. Building exits are also marked with signs like this. For your safety, there's a smoke detector in your apartment. It's forbidden to disable a smoke detector in any way, such as covering it or removing the battery. Tenants can be fined up to $5,000 for doing this. Smoke detectors have an alarm in them to tell you when the battery is too weak. If this alarm goes off, call your caretaker right away. Your apartment is your home, but it's important to remember that you don't own it, and that it comes with a set of rules that you and everyone in your building have to follow. If we can all do that, and behave respectfully toward each other, everything will be fine.